Good evening, our dear listener, and welcome to Explorer Online Radio. Reading you the 9 p.m. news today is Nicholas Tevandeke. First, the headlines. President promotes 187 prison officers. Katonga Bridge repairs to take 3 weeks. Alternative route set up via Lake Victoria. Karamoja receives drought-resistant seedlings. And President Ruto apologizes over cult deaths. The news in detail. President Yoweri Museveni over the weekend promoted 5 prison officers to the highest rank of Assistant Commissioner General of Prisons. These included John Bosco Tumwebaze, Milton Tio, Robert Munanura, Hilary Bisanga, and George Muge. The president further promoted 182 officers between the ranks of Assistant Superintendent of Prisons and Senior Commissioner of Prisons. The 4 that were promoted to Senior Commissioner of Prisons were Jude Tadeo Kalisa, Wilson Francis Magomo, Frank Mayanja Baine, and Julius Aloka. The Commissioner General of Uganda Prisons, Dr. Johnson Byabashaija, said the prison officers were promoted after scrutiny and advice to the president. The Uganda National Roads Authority have kick-started the emergency restoration works on the damaged River Katonga Bridge along Kampala-Masaka Highway. Engineer Joseph Otim, the Director of Road Maintenance at UNRA, says it will take 2 to 3 weeks to complete these works. According to the UNRA spokesperson, Mr. Alan Sempewa, the water level at Katonga has subsided to enable actual works to start. He said that they had anticipated damages on some sections of the highway and came up with an updated plan to improve the state of the Katonga Rera section. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Works and Transport has set up an alternative route to Masaka City via Lake Victoria, where MV Kalangala and MV Nord L Victoria have on Monday started transporting travelers from Nachuogo in Entebbe to Bukakata in Masaka and vice versa. Mr. Sadala Musoke, the Chief Executive Officer of Nation Oil Distributors Limited, a firm managing both vessels, said the alternative route was set up after consultations with stakeholders. He explained that MV Kalangala will be plying from Nachuogo via Kalangala to Masaka, transporting both passengers and cargo, while MV Nord L Victoria will only transport passengers directly to Bukakata in Masaka at only 15,000 shillings. Both will be making only 1 trip a day. The National Environment Management Authority, NEMA, has advised Ugandans to take collective responsibility for protecting the environment and not to wait for government to intervene. Senior Manager for Environmental Planning and Coordination at NEMA, Francis Ogwal, said that environmental management becomes increasingly challenging as the world population grows, and therefore it's very important for every individual to be conscious of the way they utilize the environment. In Karamoja, over 500 households have received 6 tons of drought-resistant seeds from the Uganda Red Cross Society with support from the Bank of Uganda. According to the Bank of Uganda spokesperson, Ms. Charity Mugumya, this is part of the response to hunger and food security challenges in the Karamoja sub-region. Red Cross officials revealed that the seeds, which included maize, beans, and sorghum, were distributed to communities in Lokopo sub-county in Napak district and Nanduget sub-county in Moroto district. Each recipient took home 5 kilograms of maize seeds, 5 kilograms of beans, and 2 kilograms of sorghum. And in Luka district, police have arrested Asad Kisa, a resident of Buamwa village in Nawampiti sub-county, for illegal possession of military hardware. He was found with a pair of UPDF uniforms, 1 pair of military boots, and an unspecified number of bullets. His arrest resulted from complaints by residents who accused him of threatening to kill whoever questioned his suspicious activities. Residents also claim that Assad was persuading youths to engage in drug abuse, among other related crimes. Busoga North Police spokesperson Michael Kasada said that the detectives mounted a search in Kisa's home and recovered the military hardware. Across borders, African Union Transition Mission in Somalia, ATMIS, on Sunday received the new force commander, Lieutenant General Sam Okiding from Uganda, to take up his duties. Okiding succeeds Lieutenant General Damiode Ndegea from Burundi, who completed his tour of duty late last year. Okiding was officially received at the ATMIS Force Headquarters by the Deputy Force Commander in charge of Operations and Plans, Major General Marius Ngendabanka, and other senior military officers. And in Kenya, President William Ruto on Sunday apologized to Kenyan citizens over the Christian doomsday deaths, admitting laxity and complacency from the government side. More than 200 bodies have so far been exhumed in the coastal Shakahola forest, where congregants were allegedly forced to starve to death in order to meet Jesus. More than 600 people are still missing. President Ruto also blamed the country's police and intelligence officials for failing to discover the cult's activities on time. And in our last story, Sudan's Army Chief General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan on Sunday issued a directive to freeze the bank accounts of the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces group and its affiliated companies. General Burhan also retired 4 military officers linked to the group, one of which is Brigadier General Omar Hamdan Ahmed, a relative of the Rapid Support Forces commander, General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, and who is currently heading a delegation of the paramilitary force for peace talks with Sudan's army in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. General Burhan also sacked Central Bank Governor Hussein Yahya Jankol and replaced him with Borai El Siddiq. That has been our news at 9. Thank you for listening. Nicholas Devandeke.